what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am using a palette that I'm super excited about. Yes. Kind of late to the game because I know this came out a while ago. I think it came out around my birthday in October, but I didn't get my hands on it until now, so a little late, but better late than never because I love this palette and it did not disappoint me. As you will see in the video, I decided to create a look that is more on the sultry, sexy side. It's a little bit smoky, but with twists, because it has some olive tones, green tones, which I don't wear too often, but I'm really digging after using it in today's look. Like this look and want to see how I created it, then just keep on watching. The primer that I'm going to be using is this MAC Strobe Cream. I've used this a couple times on my channel before and I really do love it. I think it goes super well underneath matte foundation specifically. I have more of oily skin, so I tend to stay away from hydrating primers because I know my skin is going to get oily anyway, but when I know I'm wearing a matte foundation or a full coverage foundation, I like to just take this extra step. Alrighty, after we are done with primer, I'm going to move on to foundation. And the foundation I'm going to be wearing today, I don't have a full-size bottle of it because I got a trial version, but it is Fenty foundation. I don't know what the name is. Fenty foundation, and I am in the shade 240. So I'm going to apply the foundation. And I'm going to be blending this out with my beauty blender. Now for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Ebony. I'm going to use that with an angled brush. It's really nothing too special, so I'm just going to fast forward through them and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am done with the brows and now I am going to move on to the eyes, which is very exciting today because I'm going to be using the Desi and Katy Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. And it is really, really beautiful. First of all, this packaging though. Do you see this? Super, super pretty. So for the eyes, I'm just going to move closer to you guys so that you can see more clearly what I'm doing. Hello there. Close and personal. So I just want to show you a close-up of how the palette looks. Look at that. Ooh, very beautiful. I love it. I love it. Especially since we are approaching well, we're not approaching, we're already in the holiday season, which I'm very excited about. We have a lot of partying going on and I think these colors here are super perfect. Can we talk about these two blues? They are screaming for a New Year's look. So beautiful. And this red here, this one, so pretty. I love it. I'm in love. But today I'm gonna create more of a sultry, sexy look for, you can wear this to a party or a date night or a very special dinner or just out and about if that is what you like. This is the first color that I'm going to be taking and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid just to kind of set some of the concealer that I put on before when I was cleaning up my brows. The next step, I'm just going to take this bronzer. This is a MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. And I'm going to be using this as a transition color before I put the other shadows on. Just because I find that this color is truly just perfect for transitions. It complements my skin tone very well, so. Alright, so we're not doing this too detailed because it's really just, we're going to pile on different colors on top. So it doesn't really matter if it's neat or not. Okay, now moving on to my Friendcation palette, which is the star of the show today. I'm going to be taking this color right here. And this one is in the shade Churro. So I'm going to take this Churro shade and I'm going to apply it to the crease, basically. So I'm just going to kind of apply it to the crease. I'm using the same brush that I used with the transition shade, the first one. Well, actually the color payoff of this Churro shade is bomb. Do you see that? Like I didn't even use that much. Like I didn't even like dip into it hard or anything like that. Barely dipped into it and I get a lot of color payoff. And it's blending very smoothly, which is very good for a matte shade. Matte shades tend to be a little bit more patchy, and this one's not doing that to me. Now I'm going to be taking a smaller brush, a flat brush like this one, and I'm going to be taking the same color, but I'm going to be packing it on along more of the inside part of the eye. just so that I get more definition, because sometimes when you use a fluffy brush, you don't get too much definition. You get more of a fluff, you get more of a blown out color. But if you want a little bit more detailed work, you can use a flat brush like this one with the same shade and just kind of slowly tuck it on and then kind of blend it out. Now I'm going to take a more tapered blending brush, and this is the Morphe M30 brush, and I'm going to be taking the color, it's called Cheens, this one right here, and I'm going to be applying it to the outer corner mainly. Careful that I don't use a lot, because since it's like a very rich brown, I don't want to overpower this look and make it super dark. Really kind of tap the color first so that you place it where you want it, and then blend it out. Alright you guys, now I'm going to cut the crease. You don't have to cut the crease, but I find that the colors go on a lot more vibrant. Since this is a party look, I want it to be a little bit more dramatic. And once you get to this part right here, you're going to want to kind of do a little bit more messily, because you're going to want to blend this dark colors with the concealer so that it doesn't look separate from each other. But for that I'm going to use another brush, because I don't want to dirty this one until I do the other eye. Like I said, once I get to the outside part, I'm going to try to blend the colors together. So it's kind of like blend the concealer to the eyeshadow so that we don't have any demarcation. Now I'm going to be taking this shade. It's so pretty. This one. It's called Dirty Money, and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to take that with a flat brush, and I'm going to place it on top of the concealer. Okay, so once I've set that down, I'm just kind of now going to use my finger to apply just a little bit more of a pop. Now I'm just going to take a very small brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Churro again. And I'm just going to apply that where Dirty Money meets the darker colors. I'm going to be taking this Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I'm just going to line the upper eyelid, and I'm also going to use some lashes. These are by Kiss. And I'm going to be using those, putting them on, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to back up. I'm going to be using a concealer for underneath my eyes. Concealer I'm going to use is Shape Tape as well, in the shade Light Medium Honey, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes. And I'm going to be blending that concealer with a wet sponge. Alright, now I'm going to be taking my translucent powder, my loved Laura Mercier powder, which I use all the time because I love it so much. And I'm going to be baking underneath my eyes with this powder. So make sure there are no creases. So while that's baking underneath our eyes, I'm going to be finishing the lower lash line. And for that, I'm going to be taking a pencil brush. This is the Sigma Pencil E30 brush, and I'm going to be using the two shades that I used for my crease, Churro and Cheens. And I'm going to be putting that underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Just a Kiss. So it's this one right here, and I'm going to be highlighting my inner corner with that one, which looks gorgeous as well. Honestly, all these colors look so pretty. I can't deal. Now I'm just going to be taking my setting powder. This is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Medium Golden, and I'm going to kind of just set the rest of my face. I'm not going to dust my making powder just yet because I want to contour first. And for bronzer and slash contour, I'm going to be using the Gimme Sun again by MAC. This is the Mineralize Skin Finish, just like the setting powder that I used. And I'm just going to take a Sigma small contour brush and I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones. I'm going to apply the bronzer and just kind of push it up so that way you have like a more look. So that's what I'm going to do. Apply some to my temples. I don't like to apply too much to my forehead because I already have a small forehead, so you don't really need to do that if you have a small forehead already. I do like to do it to my jawline, that way I look more polished. I'm going to take more of the setting powder and I'm just going to apply that to the bottoms of my contours just to kind of sharpen my contour. Trust me, if you do this, your contour looks so much more on fleek and sharp and clean, and you will love it. For blush today, I'm going to be applying a corally blush, and my go-to core blush is Milani's Luminoso blush, this one right here. This is the one I go to all the time when I'm looking for something nice and corally. I take that on a Morphe M105 brush. I like to put some on my nose as well. For that like sun-kissed look. I'm obsessed with blush. I love blush. I've said it in some of my videos. I'm a blush fiend. Gotta control myself. Now I'm just gonna dust off the powder. Now I'll be setting my face and moving on to highlighter. I'm gonna set my face with just some Mist and Fix from Makeup Forever. And for highlighter, also I'm super excited because the highlighter that I'm going to be using today is also from Desi and Katy's collection with Dose of Colors, and has the same packaging, very, very pretty, and this is in the shade Fuego. And I'll show you a close-up of what this highlighter looks like. Super pretty. They have another one which I believe is called Chasing the Sun. I didn't get that one because it's a little bit more golden and I usually tend to gravitate towards more champagne-y and lighter highlighters. I feel like those suit my skin a lot better. I'm going to take this one with a fan brush. This is the Morphe M310 brush, and I'm going to apply it to my cheekbones and my nose. Wow, it's very pretty. Super pretty. Do you guys see that? Oh my god, it's so pretty. Now for lips, I'm just going to keep it natural and nude today, and I'm going to be using this liquid lipstick by Girlactik, and this one is in the shade Posh. And I'm going to apply that to my lips. I'm going to take a darker lip liner. This is a Dior liner in the shade 433, and it looks tiny. So small because I've used it a bunch of times, and I'm going to line my lips. And that is it. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look that I created with the Friendcation palette. I love this palette. I have no bad things to say about it because all of the colors are so beautiful. As I showed you, they look fantastic. It's really a bomb-ass palette. I love it. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, which I would really, really appreciate. And I'll see you next time.